Boom! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up half.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning, I wanna turn on this. Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like by six. I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stop pick. I know that booty got dropped, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot keys. Strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater. Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light watching them gain big profits. While I'm still in my same making profits. They used to watch me move them packets. Stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Him make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? They make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Make profits. That TTG money gang. Making profits. We some snipers.
Hey yo, what's up everybody? Good evening. Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Folks, my name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, but now the co-founder and head trader at True Trading Group. For those of you that do not know, True Trading Group is the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform available to the retail trader today. So if you are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, folks, you've come to the right place. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live right here, totally free on this YouTube channel, where myself, other TTG Pro trading moderators, as well as special guests drop golden nuggets, give you free lessons, education, market commentary, trade ideas, and analysis that can help you become better traders and help you guys make better decisions. So take a moment, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share this stream on your own social media. Let's reach out, let's educate and empower as many retail traders as we possibly can. And of course, click that notification icon. Don't ever miss out on any of these live streams. We're dropping golden nuggets for you guys on a regular basis. Man, what an incredible live stream that I have in store for you all tonight. Emmy award-winning journalist and senior economics reporter for CNBC, the man that gets to ask Fed Chair Jerome Powell the real tough questions we're all thinking about ourselves. Mr. Steve Leisman is going to be joining us live here to talk about a very important charity, Riverkeeper, which is a nonprofit environmental organization that is dedicated to the protection of the Hudson River and its tributaries, as well as the watersheds that provide New York City with its drinking water, guys. And of course, I will do my very best to sneak in a couple of questions so I can get his thoughts on the jobs report from Friday and also what we think about the upcoming CPI and PPI inflation data that we have coming up here this week. Then I have prepared a very special 6-page report on this week's weekly outlook, what I think the markets are going to be doing, also including 5 stocks that are on my watch list this week and how I plan and intend on trading them. Of course, we'll also be including this week's outlook on the overall markets, specifically the SPY, right, which is the ETF that tracks the S&P 500. We have a lot of things happening this week. You have inflation data. You got more jobless claims. You're going to kick off earnings here pretty soon. A lot of catalysts that are going to be moving this market around. I'm going to give you guys all my thoughts and all my analysis and all my trade ideas as we get into what should be a very busy week. Before I do get started, folks, I do want to first thank our partners over at Benzinga. Now, for those of you that don't know, Benzinga offers their own educational products and tools, yet they still fully endorse the Teaching platform for the massive added value that it provides for their members and community. So we are very grateful to Benzinga for the opportunity to further educate their community and offer the Benzinga Pro Newsfeed and Squawk feature, which is worth over $1,000 a year if you go to Benzinga directly. It's included. We offer it to all of our teaching members, included free as part of your annual membership. So, folks, if you are here from Benzinga, then you are all in the right place. All right. We've got a lot of new people that are on this live stream tonight. So for those of you that are brand new, who have no idea who I am or what TTG is or how to access the private stream that you guys got a ticket for, let me explain things briefly. Who I am, why you should care about anything it is that I have to say. It's a fantastic question. Who's this random guy talking to you? Folks, my name is Michael Edward. And I began my career working at a fund in New York City. My very first job out of college, that's where I had to go through a 3-month educational training program where other professional traders from the fund taught me the proper way how to navigate these markets. I did not have to sift through hours of YouTube videos and go down the rabbit hole on Reddit to try to figure out what to be doing. And then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession, the stock market crash. But that's also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now, you guys fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group, and along with my team of 9 other professional trading moderators and an over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of traders reach their goals of reaching profitability in over 100 different countries. We have members now that span the globe across over 100 different countries. Truly amazing how the community and the family continues to spread. We are the fastest growing and highest rated platform because we combine university level trading and investing courses similar to the 3-month educational training program that I learned working at the fund. We pair that with premium stock market tools, do live workshops and individual mentorship for stocks, options, crypto, futures, but for all styles of trading. day trading, swing trading, but also long-term investing. So there's something for everybody at True Trading Group. And we take that university level curriculum, we combine it with today's top financial tools that are worth well over $5,000 a year if you were to pay for them on your own. Now, these are tools that give you access to more information, help you make better decisions. That's a lot of money, $5,000, $6,000. We know this. That's why we have spent years building relationships with these companies so we can put their products on our platform at no additional cost to you. And that right there saves you around $5,000 to $6,000 a year. Of course, you get access to all of our TGG members, which are the most educated, helpful, and successful community of traders you'll ever find. And of course, access to all the real-time trade alerts from myself and the other moderators at True Trading Group that have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate amongst us as a group of just around 80% now going on the last 3 years. So again, if you are new to this channel, smash that like button, subscribe, turn on your notifications. Make sure you guys never miss out on any of these streams and share this stream on your own social media. Let's reach out, educate, and empower as many retail traders as we possibly can. For everyone that registered for a free ticket for tonight's private live stream, listen up, listen carefully, listen good. What we've been doing on Sundays lately is allowing those that registered for a free ticket to access a private chat room while this live stream is going on. Think of it like a private watch party, right? That's kind of how we've been doing it, where you can ask questions to the other pro trading moderators and interact with other members of True Trading Group in a more intimate setting during this live stream. However, it's not every day that you get an Emmy award-winning journalist and senior economics reporter for CNBC on your live stream to comment on recent jobs data, and the market has not yet reacted to this jobs data because the market was closed on Friday, and also discuss some key and important inflation data that's coming up here this week. So with that in mind, we've actually decided that it would be best if we did not have our private stream tonight. Instead, we just allowed everyone to focus on what is about to take place. But anyone that did get their free ticket, we will make sure to send you a PDF copy of tonight's report after the stream, and you'll be first in line for next week's private stream, plus a very special offer later during this live stream. All right. So without any further ado, I would like to welcome back to the TTD stream Emmy award-winning journalist and senior economics reporter for CNBC, the man that gets to ask Jerome Powell the real questions that we're all thinking. Everybody give a big TTG ayo to Mr. Steve Leisman.
Hey, what's going on, Adam?
Oh, this is Michael. I'm Michael now. Adam's still.
Oh, Michael, sorry about that.
I had
Adam.
no idea that you were Mike and I was Adam.
I was in the back room.
I know, no, I understand. Steve.
Sorry about that.
No worries. No, thank you so much, Steve. Welcome back to the channel. And everybody, happy Passover, happy Easter. Thank you so much for joining us, Steve, on here again. And you've been so gracious with your time for us. And I know I speak for myself, Adam, and the entire TTD family when I say we are huge fans of yours, and we're so grateful every time that you're able to speak to us. You know, when Glennie told us about the upcoming Riverkeeper event, we thought, why not invite you on? Tell us about the upcoming event and Riverkeep as a whole. And of course, you know, I'm going to try to sneak in some questions of our own afterwards. But please,
That's okay.
No, Steve, please, the stream is yours. Tell the whole crowd about.
All right, I don't want to waste a lot of people's time here because I know people want to hear about the market and stuff. But so we do an outdoor show every year at Central Park. We started in 2018 to celebrate the 50-year anniversary of a free show there in the band shell in Central Park by the Grateful Dead, Jefferson Airplane, and the Paul Butterfield Blues Band. And we set it up as a benefit for Riverkeeper. I don't know, Michael, do you have the link if anybody wants to donate or give a donation or something like that? And please come to the show. We call it Free Dead in the Park, and it's paid for. The way we pay for it, the way we put it on, is by contributions from people like yourself. And I know you guys gave a contribution, and we've got a couple companies that are sponsoring it. And we have a T-shirt there that you can get, which is approved by the Grateful Dead's existing management, with a picture of Jerry Garcia and Bob Weir on it that you can't get anyplace else. And you give us $40, you can become a Riverkeeper member. And I'm just very excited to be part of that whole effort there, because I'm a desperate and obsessed fisherman, and I was trying to figure out a way to give back to the resource. And the Hudson River, believe it or not, has been cleaned up by Riverkeeper and others. 9 communities get their drinking water from the Hudson River, so it's a possibility of of redeeming ourselves from the folly of 200 years of dumping into it, and now people are able to drink from it, and it's the number one spawning location for number two spawning location for striped bass in the country. There's river herring in there, and there's shad, and there's catfish, and there's all kinds of things living in there. We have bald eagles. We're really bringing it back, and my attitude, and if you don't want to give to Riverkeeper, that's okay, to help the Hudson, which, by the way, goes all the way down New York City, all the way up to Albany and beyond that. My idea is this: is you can't save the world, but maybe you can save a river. So check out a local stream, a local lake, a local pond, a local something in your neighborhood, and try to save that. And like Arlo Guthrie said, and if 2 people sing Alice's Restaurants, well, we got a club. And if 5 people sing Alice's Restaurant, then we got an organization. And then if 50 people sing Alice's Restaurant, well, then we got a movement. So go save your local river, go save something in your town. And that's how we build it up, because nobody can really save the world. And I'll leave it there. Just if you want to donate, please share the link. Michael, I'd appreciate that.
Guys, and everyone listening, we just pinned the link in chat. So you guys can just check out that link. We pinned it right in chat. If you guys want to get involved, you want to help out to an amazing cause, we all really would appreciate it, obviously.
I know it says 1,000 and 5,000, but if you want to give $5, $10, $15, $20, $30, or if you get a good trade out of talking with me, give me, tithe 10%.
I'll tell you what. See, I'll tell you even better. In addition to the money that we've donated before, that True Trading Group has donated before, earlier today, we gave a donation, $2,000 to sponsor the Free Dead.
Great. Thanks.
And I want to make this very, very clear, right? Not that you asked, or nor would you ever ask, but nor do we expect or want anything in return from you, but simply just to show our gratitude, Steve, for being so generous with your time with all the TC family. I want you to also know, Steve, that 20% of all revenue from membership sales that we get tonight, we are donating also to Riverkeeper as well.
Wow.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great. And one of the things we're doing now is we're trying to fight to keep them from dumping irradiated water from the Indian Point plant into the Hudson. We've just launched a Bring Back the Fish campaign. And one of the other things we're doing is we're bringing down dams all over the Hudson River. And when we get rid of a dam, this is another thing you can check out in your local areas. There's 37,000 dams in America, and none of them are really doing anything. A couple of them are damming reservoirs. A couple of them create power. Most of them are old dams from sawmills and stuff that don't do anything right now. And we're trying to remove those dams because that creates habitat for fish to come up. When we remove the dam, the fish come back the next year. Wow. It's like that. It's really quite remarkable. And we create miles and miles of new habitat that had been closed off and had been part of the ancestral spawning and feeding grounds for fish. And we can restore that just by removing a 3-foot or 4-foot high piece of concrete in a river. Wow. And so it's a very cool thing. And I'm real proud to be part of that. And I know guys are probably sick of this already, so let's just, if you want to ask me a couple questions, because it's a hell of a week coming up, and it was a hell of a week.
No, it really was. Yeah, no, that's really great stuff, and we're happy and proud to help out, for such an amazing cause, Steve. And thank you for bringing that and educating us on everything that Riverkeeper.
And somebody just said, especially river herring. That's right. Whoever just wrote that, hang on, he's absolutely right. Yes, that's right. Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome. So beautiful. Guys, again, the link is pinned up in chat. If you guys want to donate to an amazing cause, go ahead, click on that link. And you guys, anything that you can give, we always appreciate. Thank you so much. All right. So, Steve, huge week coming up, right? We got a huge week. I got a question for you here, because this comes out, the data that came out on Friday. How is it possible that we got labor data that recently shows the job market was starting to soften? Like when you about the jobless claims, the ADP report, it looked like the labor market was starting to soften a bit, continuing jobless claims. All those numbers started to come in higher than expected. And the market's got a little antsy last week a bit, but then you see unemployment goes from 3.6 to 3.5. What do you make of the higher than expected jobless claims, but then the lower unemployment rate?
So let me explain that I still think we're in this post-pandemic period where all the data is all screwed up all the time. And it's screwed up in part by seasonal adjustments that are still drawing from massive increases and massive decreases, for example, in claims. All kinds of stuff is messed up through the seasonal adjustment process. I think the job market right now remains relatively strong, but it is weakening. And the question that is the matter of debate is thinking about a plane landing. You know, does it come off and does it level off at a normal height, or does it, you know, kind of fall all the way down to the ground? And that's the question. We are weakening. Jobless claims, you're right, they've ticked up. But one of the things we saw that was very encouraging in this report is people came back into the workforce. We brought 800,000 people back to the workforce in the last 2 months. I'm not counting the January data, which was also plus 800,000, because that was more of the benchmark revision of the population. So forget about that for a second. But 800,000 people have come back. The participation rate of the key demographic of 25 to 54 is actually above where it was before the pandemic. Wow. So more people as a percent of the population are now working than were working before the pandemic. The one group that is not working in the same numbers are 55 and older. And we're not really quite sure why. It looks like it's more men have dropped out than women. But here's the thing. The job market is weakening, but it is not weak. We're doing double what we need to do to put entrance into the workforce. We're still getting a big number from leisure and hospitality, 72,000. We got a big number from local state education and local workers. That number has lagged behind where it was before the pandemic. They still need workers in local government. They still need workers in the schools. So those are things that are still powering the job market. As far as openings, again, we have the JOLTS report from February. We came down by 1 million job openings, but we're still 3 million above where we were before the pandemic. So I wish I had an easy answer for you. I don't. But if you take in all the data, what you do know is that we're still in this process of recovering from the very economically traumatic changes that happened around the pandemic. And meanwhile, the other story you want to look at this week is the inflation number. That's expected to come in lighter on the headline side, but still a little heavier on the core side. So the Fed is not going to be happy. And I think I'll just finish this particular riff by telling you, I'll look it up again because the market has opened since we were talking. But the Fed fund futures market, as a result of all of that data, and we didn't even talk about the banking data, it sees a greater probability that the Fed is going to hike again in May, go up by another 25. The probability in the market right now is 68%.
Oh, wow. So we went up then on that for that 25.
Yeah, we were down. It was 50-50 going into the job market.
Yeah, that's, I think you said it really well. It's like the labor market's weakening, but it's not weak. I mean, 3.5% unemployment is historically such an insanely nuts, a 5-decade low type of number. And it's part of the reason like that labor market is so strong. It's part of the reason why, everyone keeps talking about recession, but it's part of the reason why I don't think that we're going to have any type of severe recession, because I think that labor market is going to hold up better than people think. And I actually wanted to get your thoughts on this one point, Steve, because every year, at the end of a year and at the very beginning of a year, I always send out like a big in-depth, like yearly outlook report to all members of True Trading Group. And one of the things I talked about in the report this year was this possibility of a rolling recession, how like it hits different parts of the economy at different times. And what you just said about how you still have this massive boom from leisure, hospitality, education, there's still some healthcare areas versus all the layoffs that you're seeing in tech and crypto and all these other areas, mortgage area. And these parts are getting hit. You can probably say some of those areas you can say are already in a recession, but other areas you're still seeing that boom. So my thoughts are, what do you think about the possibility of a rolling recession? And if we had that, would you consider that to be a mild recession type of scenario?
Yeah, totally. First of all, Michael, my heart is warm because I'm watching the talk, and some guys are talking about dam removal in the discussion.
Oh, wow!
I'm very excited. So I'm really pumped about that. That's cool. So the thing to remember about the American economy is it is one of the most dynamic engines of economic growth and prosperity, and we are think about this. This kind of blows my mind. We have an economy the size of Saudi Arabia's oil production inside of America. And it's not even the biggest or second or third or fourth biggest thing that we do here. We produce something like 12 or 13 million barrels a day, which is 1 or 2 million barrels a day more than Saudi Arabia produces. And that doesn't count the natural gas. How is it that Europe is surviving through this winter when Russia cut the gas off? Because we're sending them liquefied natural gas, in addition to what Norway was doing as well. But because we have this incredible economy. And I'll just give you a little advice. When somebody says, oh, the dollar is down, it's bad for America, the dollar's up. We have companies in this country that benefit from a lower dollar, and companies that benefit from a higher dollar. It's an incredibly dynamic economy. And I like the way you framed it in terms of a rolling recession. Why do I talk about the dynamism of the economy? Because parts of the economy can go down, other pieces will pick up the slack. If that's the result of what we go through here, we get this here's what's happening among other things. You have businesses that ramped up during the pandemic. Transportation and warehousing, FedEx and UPS had to deliver a lot of boxes. They have too many drivers. They got to let those drivers go. And then you got to get them hired again. The hotels shut down, the museums shut down, the concert places shut down. They got to hire people back. So there's this process going on where you might have, rolling recessions in some places, but other pieces picking up the slack. Tech has to figure out its financing. You are having trouble in the banking business right now, but the data right now is interesting. You had a big decline in commercial and industrial lending. Actually, somebody pointed that out, and I was looking at that data earlier today. One of the biggest declines you've ever seen. At the same time, the level remains well above the pandemic level. So it's one of those things of weakening, but not weak. There's going to be fallout from the banking sector right now. But the banking sector only provides about 20% of financing to businesses. There's corporate loans, there's private equity, there's all sorts of ways. There's the stock market provides financing. There's all sorts of ways that companies get business. You're going to have additional fallout as the banking business has to get on the right side of this problem it has, offering zero interest rates at a time when you can get out there and get 4.5%, 5% in the treasury market. And then, your money markets are also been picking up a lot of money. I think the inflows, I did the math a couple of days ago. It was like $500 billion had flown into the money markets, flowed into the money markets the last couple of months. So here's the thing. The one good thing in that report on Friday about the banking business was the deposits stopped going out in a big way. So there's stability there. And I like the idea of rolling recessions. If it happens that way, we might be okay. The job market remains strong. We might be okay. I think companies are going to hold on to their workers through this process. And that would mean perhaps, though, less profitability. You've had a good run of profits in part because companies have been able to raise prices. I'm actually hoping that goes away.
Right. Yeah. Because the inflation side, you get that boost in earnings. Yeah. And I think with the rolling recession, when I talk to members that I think if you had a rolling recession, I think Jerome Powell and company would consider that a victory coming out of, I think they would, I think they would trade a rolling recession to get inflation back down to 2.5%. I think that you get Jerome Powell in a closed room without any cameras or recordings. I think he'd say, yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that trade. All right. So I wanted to move to kind of CPI and PPI data here. Obviously coming up, it's going to be a huge week for inflation. And if this week's inflation data comes in light, if it comes in under expectations, do you think that the markets begin to stop focusing on inflation going forward, almost as if, okay, that's yesterday's problem, inflation's kind of on the downturn, and then starts to focus on recession versus soft landing? And really what I mean there specifically regarding bad data is actually good for the market versus, bad data being bad and good data being good for the market. When you go back last year, good economic data was bad because it was bad for inflation. Do you think that a lighter inflation number, because it seems to me that over the last 2 weeks or so, that banking crisis fear has really eased up and the markets have traded. We're way higher than we were before we found out about Silicon Valley's issues. So really that's kind of eased. Do you think a lighter CPI number now shifts the focus away from banking and away from inflation and then into recession, soft landing? We can start looking at good data being good data again.
Yes and no. I mean, my wife and I were just talking after I got done working this afternoon, and my wife said to me, "Steve, you didn't used to work every Sunday." And I said, "Yeah, but right now they'll take anything I give them on Monday morning because the macro is the lead story." And that's not always the case. There are some days that, like, we don't care what the macro says. We want to know what Walmart's earnings are. And we don't care, we want to know what the bank earnings are. But right now, the inflation is the story, the jobs is the story, the macro is the story. We get into these periods. I did some work on this years ago. I haven't updated it, but the concept of beta and alpha. Do you want to, I think of beta as what moves all stocks, and alpha is the thing that moves an individual stock. Or put it this way, your return of beta is the return that the market gives you. The return of alpha is the return that you get from being smarter than the market. Okay. So here's the thing. I think beta runs from 50 to 80% of stock movements, right? That all stocks will move 50% at least. And these are times when the macro story is minor. Right now, we're in a period of time when I think 80% of stock movements are explained by the macro. And you can tell me if you think I'm wrong about that, but I think that all stocks are moving up and down. 80% of their movement you can explain by inflation, by jobs, by the Fed. Pretty much all of that. And then I guess recently the bank stuff. And here's what I think is going to happen. You have to get inflation back down to a place where the Fed is comfortable that it's on the way back to 2%. And when you get out of that zone, then you don't have to have me on anymore. Then you don't care what I say anymore. Then it's like, oh, the macro, that's 20% or 30%. Tell me, Mike, who's got the earnings?
Right.
Right now, it's like you take the biggest possible. It's like a roller brush, You want to do investments with a fine brush, but this is a roller brush that's just like painting everything. And I'm happy. I was on 110 times in the last month, and that's an insane number.
Yeah. Wow.
I need a break. For
they're pulling you onto other segments that are normal. And it's been.
I'm not complaining. Look, I love my job. I'm honored to be in this position here, but look, I think we're a ways away, to answer your question, from inflation taking a back seat. I think we're a ways away from that notion of good news being bad news, because the market really wants to see the job market lightening up. The Fed wants to see that. They want to see inflation coming down. They want to see less economic growth. The good news in the jobs report was wage gains were down a bit, and that influx of people into the workforce, that should help loosen up. Anytime you hear stuff about the job market being looser and not as tight, that's good stock market stuff. And when you hear things about the job market still being tight, that's why the story right now is weakening, but not yet weak.
That's a really good way to say it. I really like that. It's weakening, but it's not weak. That's a really, really, I think, a good way to put it. And my last question, because like you said about the Fed has to feel comfortable that inflation's on its way down to the 2%. What do you think that looks like? Is that a 4 handle on a CPI print? Is that a 3 handle? At what point do you think Jerome Powell sits back and goes, all right, one autopilot?
I'm winning. Right. So that's a great question. Let's make it the last one, because I got to get up at 4 in the morning.
No, that was my last one.
That's cool. That's cool. So here's the thing. I keep describing this like a wrestling match, where it feels like you pin them down and you count 1 and you count 2, and then the sucker gets back up. And that's what's been happening with the inflation story, is that it looks like we get a couple good months together. Looks like it's coming down. And January was really, for me, like getting hit over the head, because not only was the number higher than expected, but you remember they went back and revised November and December. So we thought we were making progress. We thought we had the 1, we thought we had the 2, we're waiting for the 3. And then they come along and say, no, you didn't have 1 or 2 even. You didn't have any of those things. So we're back to counting again. We got a little bit of help in February. We'll see if March was any improvement. I'm not really necessarily expecting it. I think the core numbers are still going to be tough. We're waiting for the decline in housing prices to show up in the CPI. We know that happens with a lag. It should happen relatively soon. We had a great interview with Barry Sternlicht on the other day. So here's the deal. You just got to be patient. And I mean, I know a lot of people are trying to make some money with treasuries right now. 6 months, a year, 2-year notes is what one of the things people are buying. Look, I don't give investment advice, but somewhere out there may be some corporate bonds that are yielding a little bit more and have some good security in the finances of the company behind them. The trouble with staying short is you don't make up your mind for the long term, right? You make a 6-month bill, you buy a 1-year note, and in a year from now, you got to figure out what to do with that money again. It's called reinvestment risk. Yeah. And that's an important thing. Now, there are some people who I talk to, and I'm just going to look at the numbers right now before I give you this spiel, which is they're arguing to me that a 10-year note is a good buy. That seems crazy, right? But I'll tell you the reasoning, and then you can do with it what you want. Okay, it yields 3.40 right now. And what they would say is, if you believe that the Fed is going to bring inflation down to 2% over the 10-year period you're going to own this bond, that means you're locking in a real return of 140 basis points. And you don't have the reinvestment risk that you would have at 6 years, 2 years, or 5 years. A smarter thing that people talk about is what's called laddering. Have you talked about that, Michael? Laddering the bond portfolio?
I talked about that in the yearly outlook report about laddering.
Yeah, I mean, that's for some people are talking about that, which is a way not to get locked into any particular term, so that you have different parts of your portfolio rolling off at different times, and it's a way essentially not to time the market, right. Which is one of the things we don't necessarily want to try to do here. So
that's awesome.
So it's we're a ways away from the time that we can go back to talking about. I mean, yes, you're still going to talk about companies, still going to talk about earnings, still got to do your due diligence and look at stuff. And there's still going to be outperformers, sectors. There's still going to be outperformers in companies. So you still need to do that work. But we're still in a place right now where a lot of the change is determined by what's happened on the macro thing. We're still in a place where I'm going to be on TV for a little bit.
Awesome. Well, I really listened to. Good. Thank God. That's what we all look forward to, your analysis and your reporting. And based on what you just said, it sounds like you just not trying to time the market. And I know I've kind of asked you this previous times that you've been on. It sounds like, and we try to tell everybody, it's like so many people talk about the apocalyptic events, and people scare people on social media and different, other, like Reddits and the Twitters of the world of those doomsday scenarios. I keep telling people, guys, at the end of the day, you stay focused on the long term. And it sounds like, I tell people, continue investing. And it sounds like, I know I've asked you this before when you've come on, but it sounds like you're still investing. I know you don't give financial advice or anything, but it's kind of like an unofficial barometer for a lot of people, meaning hey, don't hoard all your money under a mattress thinking the world is ending and try to time things perfectly. Stay invested for the long run, and you'll, following that mindset, you'll come out on top.
Well, the old saw that Art Cashin said, which is the end of the world happens only once. It's a trade you have to time very carefully. Yeah. I'm sure you guys have said that.
Oh,
before,
yeah.
So I
heard you say that many times.
I heard you say that. So
yeah.
All right,
awesome,
man.
Steve.
Hey, thanks for your support of Riverkeeper. Thank you all for your support of Riverkeeper. Really appreciate it. And like I said, you can help the Hudson or Joe do something in your own river. Can't save the world, but you can save a river.
Awesome, Steve. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Again, guys, link is pinned up in chat. If you guys want to contribute to Riverkeeper. Steve, thank you as always for your time. I know you're super busy. Appreciate it. I'll see you this week on TV.
See you at 6 a.m. on TV.
Yes, definitely. Take care, Steve.
All right, thank you. Bye, guys.
Oh, man, that was so awesome. He was so awesome. What a great guy. What a great guy. Just a wealth of knowledge. A wealth of knowledge. Guys, you just heard from someone that won an Emmy for his coverage of the financial crisis during 2008. He's the perfect man for this type of environment and this type of story. And he was being a little humble there. He's like, oh, they had me on TV over 100 times. Of course they did, Steve, because you're the best. There's nobody else out there that can do a better job of reporting the facts. And that is the truth. And that's what's important. It's the facts. It's not the hyperboles. It's not the exaggerations. It's not the sensationalism. It's not the rumors that you hear perpetuated all across the different corners and alleys of social media. Stick to the facts, because if you stick to the facts, it's a lot easier for you to make decisions based on relevant information rather than emotion. And when you make trading and investing decisions based on emotions, that is when you make mistakes. And when you make mistakes, that is when you lose money. You've all just heard from the smartest, most experienced, award-winning economist in the world come on this live stream and share his thoughts about inflation, the labor market, CPI, PPI, investing. If you have not done so already, smash that like button, folks. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel so that you never miss one of these live streams. And I'm not done. We're just getting started. In a minute, I'm about to go over 5 stocks to watch this week and why, plus my game plan for each one of those stocks. These are stocks that are at some very key either support or resistance levels, stocks I'm looking to go long, stocks I'm looking to go short. I'll break that down for you guys in just a moment. And of course, I'll give you my weekly stock market outlook with a focus on the SPY, which is the ETF that tracks the S&P 500 last week. And you're going to want to pay attention to this report that I'm about to give you, because last Sunday, I did the exact same thing. We absolutely crushed it inside True Trading Group. We were 4 for 5 out of the report that I gave you last Sunday. Okay, so we were 4 for 5 on last week's watch list with a cumulative win rate inside True Trading Group between myself and the other moderators of just around 80%. Like I said, you're going to want to stick around for this information. It could make you guys a whole hell of a lot of money this week, starting as early as tomorrow. But before we get into all that, I need to know how many people are on this live stream. We got about 1,200, 1,300 people that are on this live stream. How many of you are not members of True Trading Group? If you're not a member, do me a favor, guys, real quick. Type TTG in chat right now. Okay. The more that respond, the more you will all benefit. Help us help you. If you're not a member of True Trading Group, guys, do me a favor and go ahead and type TTG in chat right now. I just want to see how many people we have in here that are not members. Let's see. We got Peg, we got Sudeep, we got Dolly, Ralph, Scott, Eric. Yeah, guys, don't be shy. Just keep typing TTG. Steven, Eric, Sandra, Dave. We got a whole lot of new faces here. Tio, Tanya, another David, not Dave. A. We got Kya, Charmaine, Natasha, A, Todd, Stuart. Beautiful. Lots of new faces joining the TTG stream tonight, folks. Again, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Sean Johnson, how are you? Natasha, how are you? Way to go, Memphis. Street Talk said, yep, I profit from Coin and Newmont, which were 2 stocks that were on the list last week. Mark, Luis, awesome, awesome, awesome. I will never not be a member, says the plumber. Yes. Guys, listen, everyone that just typed TTG, I need you to listen to me real quick, listen good, because TTG was created, has excelled, and exists to empower the retail trader. We do this very simple by providing you real professional education, which is the stuff that I learned that I worked at the fund in New York. We provide you real tools from today's stock market, financial tech companies. We provide you real mentorship, the most educated and supportive community of thousands and thousands of traders and investors from all over the world. Everyone that signs up tonight will have access to our trader identity worksheet. And we have the ability to schedule their trader identity onboarding interview, where we will help you find your individual trader identity. And that will set you guys up on a path for success based on that interview. There's a lot of different types of trading styles out there. Someone else's trading style that works for them may not work for you. You've probably seen that by following maybe some people on social media. You might say, oh, look, this person made 10 grand today. Let me follow what they do. But maybe that person gets in and out of their trades within 2 minutes. Well, if you're in a police car, or you're teaching a classroom full of 10-year-olds, or you're working on a construction site, you're not going to be able to do that. So that's a trading style that does not work for you. We will help you Find your trader identity. We will set you guys up with that onboarding trader identity interview and so much more you'll have access to tonight for one price up front for the entire year. There's no upsells for courses. There's no upsells for tools ever. So right now, okay, this should all sound good, but does it work? That's probably what you all want to know. Yeah, Mike, that sounds good, but does it actually work? I've heard this crap before, but do people actually make money? Well, we have a retention rate of 78%, which means 78% of our members renew their membership or have gone on to become lifetime members of this community and platform. And we have a refund rate of roughly 2.51%. And that all boils down to one thing. The majority of TTG members are making money and they're becoming better traders. You don't have to take my word for it. Watch this. Members, very simple question. Are you making money and becoming better traders? If the answer is yes, type the $sign. Are you making money? Type the $sign if the answer is yes. Anyone that's not a member that type TTG, pay attention to how many people are about to type the $sign in chat right now. These people right here, these people are just like you. They've had all the same excuses that you've had. These aren't bots. These are real people, folks. These are TTG members. These are the people that are part of and make up the community that you will join. From all over the world, from all walks of life. To further prove to you these people are no different from you, I want to put an end once and for all to two major misconceptions about trading and about the stock market in general. Non-members of True Trading Group, watch this. Members, do you have a full-time job and are you still able to make money with True Trading Group? Comment, answer. Type the number 1 in chat and tell me what you do for a living. If you make money while working a full-time job. Simple. If you make money, type the number 1 and then tell me what you do for a living while working that full-time job. And again, anyone that's not a member of True Trading Group, my advice is to pay attention to what some of these people say. See if maybe you see your own profession being commented. Let's see. Tree Guy. I'm a full-time trader now. Sherry, yes, you are. I'm so proud of you. Engineer, sales manager, electrician, truck driver, electrician, HVAC service, engineer, a lot of engineers, a miner, filmmaker, neurosurgeon, financial analyst, drafter, bartender, truck driver, PLC programmer, maritime officer, another truck driver, a barber, auto mechanic, another auto mechanic. I own a cleaning service, forklift driver. I'm a fleet manager, work 60 hours a week and still trade. Full-time mechanic. You guys get the point. I don't need to keep reading all of these professions. You guys can go read them. See if maybe you see someone that does the same thing that you do for a living. Okay? So TTG was developed for everyone, not just people that are able to sit in front of their computer. So whether you work 70 hours a week or if you have all the time in the world, we have tools like our mobile app that keeps you guys connected during the day. This mobile app will send you real-time trade alerts via push notifications when the moderators enter and exit trades, and you can listen live to analysis during the day when you can't be in front of your computer. Our courses are 100% based on your schedule. They're accessible 24/7, and most everything we do is recorded and made available to you inside of our video library so that you never miss out on any of the educational stuff, no matter how busy that you are. TTG members, here's another common misconception that a lot of people have. They think that you need tens of thousands of dollars to get started and in order to become profitable. It's another huge misconception. Members of True Trading Group, how much money did you start with? You see, a lot of people think you need tens of thousands of dollars, and it's just simply not true. So members of True Trading Group, tell me, when you joined True Trading Group, how much money did you start with in your trading account? Was it $1 million? Or was it $500? Was it $200? Let's see. 3,400, 700, 200, 300, 1,500, 500, 50, 3,500, 300, 1,000, and is now already up to 3,000, 100, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 100, 200, 200. You guys get the point. And again, I don't need to continue reading off some of these, but everyone listen up. I want you to think about just for a second how much you lost in the past trading on your own or with some guru or garbage Discord. I want you to think about this because my next comment will make a lot more sense. I would much rather you spend on a membership and actually get educated and have access to real tools and have $200 to $500 left to start trading with than for you to have $50,000 in your account with no education whatsoever. Because it doesn't matter how much money you have in your account. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to lose all of it just the same, whether it's 500 or 50,000. You're going to lose all of it if you don't know what you're doing. Having more money doesn't increase your chances of making money. It just increases the amount of money you can possibly lose if you don't know what you're doing. Open up a web browser right now. Go to ttgoffer.com. The price is going to say $22.12. Okay. The coupon code TTG121 should already be applied, and the price should be reduced to $1,027, which is actually 53% off that normal membership price. If not, just manually enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. The price will drop to $1,027. As a special way to say welcome to the family, the next 25 people that sign up tonight before midnight will be receiving a brand new free either Asus, HP, Acer, Dell, or Lenovo laptop. We cover the shipping anywhere in the world. You do not need to enter your address at checkout. We will send you guys that laptop anywhere in the world. We have members in over 100 different countries. You don't need to enter your address. Be on the lookout for a welcome email after you join. There will be instructions in the welcome email how to claim that free laptop. All right. We're like the Netflix of trading communities, guys. You pay one price upfront all year for all courses and all tools. We're 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 2,020 reviews. Go read them. Everything that we have to offer for the entire year, no upsells for courses or tools ever. With your Teach the annual membership, you're going to get our entire 22-course curriculum. It's a simplified and expanded upon version of the 3-month educational training program that I went through working at a hedge fund in New York City, my first job out of college. There's beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, futures, you name it, we've got it. Joe, why don't you post a link in chat, actually? So if you guys are not members, you can click on that link, see for yourself the entire curriculum, everything you're going to learn as a member of True Trading Group. There are no VIP courses that cost another $1,000 after you join. Every single course is included when you join the annual membership by going to ttgoffer.com. You got Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed right inside chat. That's $1,000 on its own if you go to Benzinga directly. It is included with your membership when you join us for the $1,027. You get congressional trading data, so you can track the trades being made by members of Congress. Full book level 2 by Quote Media, so you can see the entire book of order flow. TradingView's premium charting software. That's like $600 a year if you go to TradingView directly. It is included when you guys join us for $1027. You get a simulator from ETNA, lets you trade stocks, options, crypto, and futures with fake money, but real-time data. So you can practice implementing what you're learning in the courses. You get the Trade Ideas scanner, industry standard scanner to make sure you always focus on the hottest stocks during the day. Okay. Our own proprietary scanner that lets you create your own custom scans. Access to our chat room where we share our screens and talk to you on the mic, and you'll get all the trade alerts from myself and the other professional traders at TG that have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate of around 80% for the last 3 years. All of our daily workshops and webinars, you get dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow, analyst ratings, a trading journal, social sentiment scanner, and so much more. You just had one of the top macroeconomic minds on the planet on this stream on Easter Sunday for free. Ask yourself why that is. Ask yourself. It's because the quality of the information, the quality of the analysis, the quality of this platform is top tier. The results of our members is top tier. That's why. This is also the last night that we're going to allow current or past trial members or past members in general to join using this offer. After tonight, you guys are going to pay a higher price to join. So if you used to be a trial, you're currently a trial, or you used to be an annual member, text us 786-505-4049. The phone number is right down there at the bottom of your screen. We have to whitelist your email so that you guys can get this $1,027 discount deal. And again, don't forget, you've got a free laptop too. We cover the shipping. We ship anywhere in the world. Only the next 25 people to join will get a free laptop. How do you know you're one of the 25? If you see a laptop in your checkout cart, like you see right up there, that's how you know you're getting one. Once 25 people join, that laptop will no longer be visible on the checkout cart. So hurry up and go to ttgoffer.com. Get your free laptop. Trade with it. Give it to your kid for school. Sell it on eBay. Don't care. Put the money back in your trading account. It's yours. It's free. Go to ttgoffer.com and take advantage of it now, folks. The price is going up at midnight. Okay? The laptop's good for only the next 25 people. But the 1027, 53% discount, that's only good until midnight. Then the price is going up. It's going to 1,000 cents be higher tomorrow and will continue then to be walked up. So go to ttgoffer.com right now. Claim this before midnight tonight. And like I said, you'll know you're one of the 25 as long as you see a laptop at checkout cart. Remember, it's a brand new Asus, HP, Acer, Dell, or Lenovo laptop. You don't have to enter your address when you join. Look out for a welcome email. There will be instructions in the welcome email how to claim it. And last but not least, I stand behind this platform. I stand behind the platform that we have created and its ability to help you reach your goals. I know I talk a big game on these live streams, but I back it up with our own money. And that's why anyone that joins here this evening, I will give you a double your money back guarantee. Not just a money back guarantee. I'll give you double. I challenge you. I'll give you double. You'll join tonight. You'll spend $1027 for the whole year. Go through the courses, pass the quizzes, attend the study group. If you do those three things and are unable to make back the $1,027 membership fee at least once during your membership, I'll give you back double. I'll give you back $2,054, double what you paid to join. I'm dead serious. I can easily stand up here and say that I'll give you guys double your money back because we've only had to give a refund to 2.51% of our users since 2016. If that refund rate was 15%, I wouldn't offer you double your money back. But when you're 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 2,020 reviews and you have a 78% retention rate, why do you think we have a retention rate that is that high? We got to welcome Charles. Guys, welcome Charles. Charles is the newest member to the group. All right, now we're down to just 24 of those laptops. Again, we got 24 laptops here. So everybody welcome Charles. I don't think these laptops are going to make it to midnight. Once we get under 10, they fly. They always do. Everybody loves free stuff. I get it. All right. So again, go to ttgoffer.com. That coupon code should already be reflected, TTG121. Take advantage of it now. Okay? Take advantage of it now. All right, folks. And again, if you have any questions at all, we're a full open book. We're fully transparent. If you have questions about myself, our trading, the courses, the tools, the laptop, the money back guarantee, anything, text us 786-505-4049. Again, 786-505-4049. All right, you guys send us a text with any questions that you guys do have. All right, so again, Charles, welcome to the family, my brother. I'll see you in chat tomorrow. All right. All right, guys, let's move on over to the report. Last week, I did this exact same thing. I gave you a report on a list of 5 stocks that I was looking at for the week and how I planned on trading them. And we went 4 for 5. We hit on 4 of them. We're wrong on 1 of them. Turned out to be a massive day, or massive week rather, for True Trading Group members. And we closed out the week with a 140% gain on Friday. So we're closing out the week. I'm sorry, on Thursday, because Friday markets were closed. So on Thursday, we finished things off with 140% gain on call options on Google. Alphabet was an absolute monster. We got to welcome Fabiola. Welcome to the family. Everybody welcome Fabiola. Now we're down to 23. These laptops are going to go quick. If you want one, hurry up and go to ttgoffer.com. I wouldn't wait for this live stream to be over. I got a lot of stuff I want to go through still. I got to go over this entire report with you on how I plan on making money this week. So open up a new web browser, go to ttgoffer.com. You see a laptop, you're one of the 23, plain and simple. Enter your info, check out, you're good to go. We got to welcome Martin. Martin, welcome, 22 now. 22 of those laptops now remain. Everybody welcome Martin. All right, welcome Martin. 22 laptops now remain. Again, you have questions, text us. Or if you're currently a trial member, used to be a trial member, or used to be an annual member, you have to text us. We got to whitelist your email address. 786-505-4049. The phone number is right at the bottom of your screen. Here we go again. Steve, welcome. 21 spots are now left. Everybody welcome Steve. newest member to the TTG family. Guys, again, you got the double your money back guarantee. I got no problem with it. I don't think you need it, but I'll offer it to you. No problem. Forget about a money back guarantee. Let me give you a double your money back guarantee. $2,054. That's what I'll give you back. If you can't make back $1,027 at least once, go to ttgoffer.com. Get your spot now, guys. Again, the price of the membership's going up at midnight, and only the next 21 people are good for the laptop. All right, somebody welcome Steve, newest member to the group. All right, let's head on over to the overall markets. Let me touch on, I'm going to start off actually with my analysis on the SPY here for you guys, because we're at, so I want to give you a couple of like if this, then that type of scenarios. So the stocks that I have on my watch list are, I've got some longs and some shorts. So I'm going to come into the week a little neutral based on CPI and PPI data that you get Wednesday and Thursday. Okay. So Wednesday and Thursday, CPI, PPI data. Now, there's a handful of stocks that are at some very key levels that I want to make sure you're well aware of. And based on the data, I'm going to do very specific things when these stocks get to these levels. So I'm going to talk about the SPY first, and I'm going to go over 5 stocks that have my attention and have my focus this week. I believe that the markets are going to hold up this week while we wait for CPI, because the employment report that we just got, you just heard from Steve, the employment report that we got on Friday while the markets were closed was actually pretty good. Unemployment went from 3.6 down to 3.5. Average wages went down. So that's exactly what the Fed wants to see. The Fed wants to see the wage increases go down, but they still want to see the overall economy, the overall jobs market be strong. You had an increase in labor participation, which means people that left the labor force because of COVID have now come back into the labor force, and that helped drop the unemployment rate down to 3.5, even though you had weaker than expected jobless claims earlier in the week. So Steve Leisman said it perfect. Okay, if you guys missed it, we just had Steve Leisman on. You can go back and watch the interview and the discussion that we had about the economy and about jobs market and about inflation and about the banks when we're done with this live stream. So go back and check that out if you guys missed it. But Steve Leisman said it best. The labor market's weakening, but it's not weak. And that's a very important thing and very important concept that you focus on. Bridget, welcome. 20 spots now left. Everybody welcome Bridget. These are going quick, guys. I'm telling you, once we get to 10, these laptops fly. They always do. It's a free laptop. Again, we cover the shipping, and we ship over anywhere in the world. We have members in over 100 different countries. So if you don't live in the US or Canada, don't worry about it. Okay, you live in Singapore. You live in the Philippines, right? You live in Brazil. You live in Egypt. It doesn't matter. I'll get you the free laptop. We have members in all of the countries that I actually just named, okay? And 96 others or 95 others, however many I just named, okay? So get to ttgoffer.com and claim your spot, guys. Grab one of those laptops and get the 53% discount before the price goes up at midnight, all right? After midnight, we're going to start walking that price back up to $1,500. So save yourself a few $100. Grab it now for $1,027, all right? And it's a crazy week. I mean, what better time for you guys to get your butts in chat? Don't trade through this environment on your own. You got inflation data, and then you start earnings. This is such an important earnings season because it's the first earnings season following the banking crisis, and everybody wants to know, what did that banking situation do to the banks, and what do the banks think about guidance on earnings going forward? This is going to be huge for the overall market. It's going to be huge for us as traders because it will create volatility, and that volatility will create trading opportunities for us. That's what we like. It's the most opportunistic trading environment I've ever seen. I've been doing this for 17, almost 18 years. Welcome, Vina. Vina, welcome, 19. 19 spots now remain. 19. Everybody welcome Vina. Guys, again, ttgoffer.com. Grab a spot. If you have questions, seriously, questions about anything, text us. We're an open book. You'll talk to a real person. The phone number's at the bottom of the screen. Text that number, and we'll answer any questions that you guys have. And tonight's the last night for trials, previous trials, and previous members. So if you guys want to come back, if you used to be a member, it used to be a trial, you're currently a trial. If you're currently a trial, the cheapest you're going to pay is over $1,400. Why? Save the $400 now and pay $1,027. But you got to text us tonight. Otherwise, after midnight tonight, you're paying $1,400. Don't do that to yourself. Text that number now. We'll whitelist your email. We'll get you set up for the $1,027. We'll give you the laptop too. All right, so Vina, welcome. Okay, my thoughts on the overall markets. I think the labor report on Friday was good enough to keep the market stabilized until you get to CPI and PPI data. Now, what do I mean by keep the market stabilized? If you caught my live stream last Sunday, I told you about specifically a very important level on the SPY that I was watching. 2 levels to be exact. One was primary support, then there was a secondary support. Okay, I'll show you the primary support that we discussed. Okay, last week was right here, this level of this 405, 406 level, right? Okay, you can see here previous resistance. Then you can see here support, and then previous resistance, right? This level. We broke through that level last Friday, not just this past Friday, the Friday before that. We broke through with a huge breakout candle with a massive surge in volume. That became your first primary level of support. And I said very specifically on last week's weekly outlook, Sunday's live stream, I said, watch for pullbacks into this level to then get long. It's exactly what we did. We were short some stuff Tuesday and Wednesday. We were short a couple of things. We made some good money to the downside on that pullback. And then on Thursday, we got long Google, Alphabet. Members caught 140% gain on call options because we caught that bounce off that level. And you can see you got a beautiful bounce off of that support level. That support level is still very much in play. And right now, the futures market is flat as could be. We're fluctuating between like up 0.02, down 0.02 to literally 0.00. The futures market has not moved. We are completely flat. The market is right where we closed on Thursday before the Good Friday holiday. So we're in the exact same spot. Markets haven't moved. But I think there was some anxiety in the markets last week once you got the jobless claims data and the job openings data and the ADP employment report, which showed weakening in the labor market. There was a little bit of anxiety there. Thursday, the markets bounced. Okay. Then Friday, labor report, U.S. labor report, unemployment goes from 3.6 to 3.5. I think we stabilize in this zone Monday, Tuesday. Okay. I think we stabilize in this zone Monday, Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday, I don't expect very big moves in the individual market, but I do expect some good moves in individual stocks. And then on Wednesday, you get the CPI number. Now, the CPI number is going to be the inflation data. And that, my friends, if that number comes in light, listen to me carefully, because I came out about 2.5 weeks ago. If you guys have been following my live streams for a while, I came out 2.5 weeks ago and I said that I was looking for the markets to experience a bear market rally. That was actually on this day right here. And I reiterated it again right here. So if you caught my live stream from March 28th or March 29th, both those days, I told you I think we're set up for a bear market rally. Robert no longer needs to rely on live streams because Robert will now get all of my analysis plus 9 other professional traders analysis in real time every single day, all day long. Welcome to the family, Robert. 18 of those laptops now remain. Grab one of yours, folks. There's 18 left. All you got to do is go to ttgoffer.com, get the discount, get the double your money back guarantee, get the laptop, and more importantly, get your butt inside the True Trading Group community and make some damn money this week. It's going to be a huge week with CPI data, PPI data, and the very start of the bank earnings season. Text us, folks, 786-505-4049. Use the mobile app if you can't be in front of your computer. The majority of our members have full-time jobs. Don't forget that. Use the mobile app. It's for iPhone and Android. Okay? iPhone and Android. And again, if you're a previous trial, or previous member, this is the last night for you guys to take advantage of the live stream discount. Text us. Phone number's at the bottom of your screen. Okay? So when I gave you that call, when I told you I think we're set up for a bear market rally, you don't have to take my word for it. You can go back and watch the live stream from those days. It's right here on this YouTube channel. My target was here. This resistance from early February was my target. As you can see, we have rallied into this but we have not yet gotten into that zone. If you get a lighter than expected CPI number, I do expect the market to get up into this area. All right. What I'm thinking coming into this week is staying neutral early and long biased by the middle of the week. Becoming a member, do we have to trade on your platform? I use E-Trade, so I would continue with that. Yes, Ralph. Guys, listen carefully. Ralph, great question. Let me make this crystal clear. True Trading Group is not a broker. You use whatever platform you use. E-Trade, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab, Robinhood, Webull, Interactive Brokers, Questrade. You use whatever you use. We are an educational training platform. We give you courses, we give you all the tools, we give you all the resources, and we give you all of our trades. So you will know every day, okay, in real time, whenever a moderator of True Trading Group enters or exits a trade. We do not facilitate your trade. We are not a broker. You don't give us money, nothing like that. You trade your own account on your platform. We're not a broker, okay? So yes, Ralph, when you become a member, you can still use E-Trade, brother. That's what you use. Keep using it. Okay, I want to make that very clear. All right, guys? Okay, so I'm staying neutral early, and then if the CPI number comes in light, I'm looking for more upside into this resistance zone. But when you have such a binary event like a CPI number, guys, listen, I can sit here and I can tell you, I think the number comes in line or under expectations. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of a little hunch that I have. It's kind of like, yeah, I think it comes in light, but there's no way for me to know what that number is going to be. Nobody knows what that number is going to be. You have 100 different analysts from some of the best firms in the country try to predict what this number is going to be, and they're never right. Okay. Are they more swing trades or day trades? David Bellinger wants to know, are we more day trade or swing trade? David Bellinger, we do day trades and swing trades every single day in True Trading Group, every day. So there's 9 professional traders that are moderators in True Trading Group. Some of us day trade only, some of us swing trade only, some of us do both. Every day there are day trades alerted and there are swing trades alerted. Every day. There's an even balance between day trades and swing trades. Nicholas, welcome. 17 spots left. 17 laptops. Guys, I'm telling you, I would hurry up and grab one of these laptops. They're going quick. Once we get to 10, they usually just fly because people get nervous. So like, oh my God, there's only 10. And they just hurry up and they just go. So once you get to 10, they go pretty quickly. So I'd open up the web browser now, ttgoffer.com, and grab one. Okay. Again, the 1027, that's the 53% discount. That price is good till midnight, but only the next 17 people get the laptop. And here, now make it 16. Becca, welcome to the family. Becca, it's a pleasure to have you part of our group. Again, how do you know you're one of the 16? Good question. As long as you see a laptop in your checkout cart. So if you look right now up there, follow my finger, you see that laptop icon. That laptop, if you see that, you're getting one. Once 16 more transactions are completed on the checkout page, it will disappear. You'll no longer see it on the checkout page. So that as long as you see it, you know you're getting one. Okay. So I'd hurry up and go to teachyouffer.com right now and grab one. Becca, welcome to the family. Okay. So again, back to the inflation data. I am not going to try to predict the inflation data. Yes, TG does do long-term also as well. So whenever the moderators in your trading group buy or sell something in their long-term portfolio, you guys are alerted to it. Okay. Just like September and October of 2021, I alerted to everybody I was selling in my long-term portfolio. It turned out to be the right calls. The markets crashed in 2022, as you know. And then when the markets got down to 360 on the SPY on June 17th, we started adding in our long-term. We were adding in our long-term portfolio, buying big chunks in a long-term portfolio down here in this price point, and we now look like geniuses because the market is significantly higher than where we were. I still have some dry powder on the sidelines that I will be adding in my long-term portfolio over the next few months, and members of True Trading Group will know exactly where that money is going. I'm a member now, guys. John, I don't see it actually, brother. You might want to check, John. We don't see you on our system. So John, you might want to double check, or John, if you want to maybe text us. Okay. If we don't see you as a full-time member, John. So John, if you want to text us, we'll help you out. Send a text to 786-505-4049. Okay, so getting back to the SPY. So again, I'm going to react to this data because if the data comes in hot, then the market's going back to 400. And I think it'd be a pretty easy move back to, I think if the CPI data comes in hot, then I think you get, a significant, move to the downside. If the number comes in hot on Wednesday, I'll trade the market to the downside. So like I'll give you guys an entire game plan Tuesday night, depending on where the market is. And I think the market's going to be pretty close to where we are now come Tuesday. I'll give you a detailed game plan, whether CPI is hot or cold on Tuesday night's live stream. So again, make sure you set your reminders for that. But I'm going to be neutral based, looking for this support level to hold and look for us to stay kind of neutral sideways going into that Wednesday report. Okay, Dave, welcome. We got 15 spots now for those laptops. Everybody welcome Dave. Welcome Dave to the TC family. So now let's talk about the individual stocks that are on my watch list. Okay, longs and shorts. We'll talk about the longs first. I am still long. Full disclosure, open position. I'm still long Meta. I've been long Meta. This has been an absolute monster of a trade for us. Again, congratulations, all of my members of True Trading Group that caught this Meta trade with me. Guys, if you made money on Meta with me at all last week, sound off in chat. Tell me how you did. I want to know. I love when the whole team hits. This was on my watch list last Sunday, and we crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. 120% gain for Bruce. Great job. We got to welcome David, different from Dave. David, 14 spots now. 14 spots now. Everybody welcome David to the TGG fam. All right. So I have been long Meta since here. Okay. Again, you guys can follow the live. Go back and check the live streams. But I've been long Meta since right there. We've taken a ton of profit off the table into this big rally that you saw from Meta. I'm still long a piece, and you can see the stock sitting up here at 216. What I'm essentially looking for here out of Meta, is for us to get a little bit higher. I want this thing over 220. I just want to get to this area right here. I'm still long a piece. I took the bulk of my position off the table, but you see this resistance level right here in early May. I want that. I just want one more day that looks like this from Meta, and I will be taking my final profit off the table if I can get a move into this area, and then that final piece of profit comes off the table. This has been an absolute monster. I still like this play for the long side. I would watch for 215 area for potential support if you're going to get a little bit of a pullback to kind of start things off. And I'll show you exactly where I get that 215 level from. I'm going to draw a line across 215. So if you get a pullback tomorrow to 215, watch for 215 to hold and push the stock red to green. All right. 215 for me was a prior high of the day on the 5th. And then you had a little bit of intraday structure right here on the 4th, nothing major. And then you broke above that level on Thursday, and you can see that consolidation period before extending further to the upside. So based on this previous resistance, that little pause, watch for pullbacks on Meta, 215 to hold, and look for Meta to push red to green and then get up towards 218, possibly that 220 zone. And then I will take my final profit off the table from the long from last week. So this is a swing trade on Meta. We've already out, like 85% of the position. I'm still long a piece. It's been an absolute monster, but I still am looking for a little bit more upside. Guys, remember, if you're a trial member currently, or you used to be a trial, or you used to be an annual member, this is the last night that you will be able to get this live stream discount by going to ttgoffer.com that we're talking about. You must text us. You can't go to ttgoffer.com. We have to whitelist your email address. So if you want the 1027 price point, you must send a text message now to 786-505-4049. We'll whitelist that email. Okay, so that's Meta. All right, and again, full disclosure, I'm already long Meta. I've been long Meta. I'm just looking for a little bit more upside on that name. Next up is AMD. I would like you all to draw a line across $88 for AMD. I think there's going to be a really good trade opportunity here for us off of $88. 88 used to be resistance here in early February. It then was resistance again in early March. You broke through it in mid-March with a beautiful increase in volume as that level was broken, and we have never tested that level. Now we are working our way back down towards this area. If you get any weakness in semiconductors, I'm watching for 87 to be a tradable bottom to give us a bounce back to 93. Where am I getting 93 from? I don't pull that number out of thin air. What you will notice from 93 is a previous double bottom support. And then that's also Thursday's high of the day. So I think if we pull back into 88, which is this previous resistance, you also have the 50-day moving average, which is this blue line you see on my screen. That could give you a nice little support zone in that 88, 87 zone. And you can try to be long 87, 88 for a move back up to 92, 93. And that's what I'm going to look for there on AMD. We're going to welcome Teruo. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm totally butchering that name. I apologize. 13 of those laptops remain. Again, guys, go to ttgoffer.com. All right, so that's going to be AMD. We're looking for AMD off of that level. Now, huge levels we are coming up on the next two. Microsoft. Microsoft has been one of the strongest stocks in the entire market to start off 2023. So has Meta, so has tech in general. But my goodness, is Microsoft coming up to a massive area. Absolutely massive area. 294 to 296 is a brick wall for Microsoft. This area goes all the way back to an unfilled gap from early April. Let me zoom in on early April and show you the unfilled gap. See that gap down in early April of last year? That gap was never filled. Okay, that gap was never closed. That gap takes you back to 296. We've never filled that gap. Now, gaps tend to be filled. We got to welcome Christopher, guys. Christopher, welcome. 12 of those spots now remain. 12 spots now remain. Christopher, welcome to the family. Guys, I'm telling you, hurry up and grab one of these laptops if you want one. Once we get under 10, they tend to fly because everyone goes into panic mode. They're like, oh my God, there's only 8 left. And everybody hurry up and goes and grab it. When there's 18 left, everyone thinks they have all this time. Open up a web browser right now. Listen to me while you go to ttgoffer.com. If you can claim one of these laptops before it's too late, ttgoffer.com. Remember, you've got the double your money back guarantee, the laptop. You see a laptop, that's how you know you're getting one. If you're a previous trial, or previous member, you must text us, 786-505-4049. And if you have any questions at all in general, you can text that number as well. Number's on the bottom of your screen. You'll talk to a real person. Okay? Now, aside from the unfilled gap, I want you to notice the resistance level that you have from, I'm going to delete this circle here from the unfilled gap. You guys all see that now. But look at the resistance level from the end of April and early May of 2022. That's a month-long resistance level in the low 290s. That month-long resistance level was tested again in August. You can see it became resistance again there in August, right? Now, we are back testing that level. What I think you need to watch for with Microsoft is for a push into this zone and watch for the stock to then run out of steam, tire, and then pull back. If the CPI inflation data comes in above expectations, I will be short Microsoft off that level. And I will look for Microsoft to go back into the low 280s. Now, for my option traders, if you catch a 10-point move in Microsoft, my friends, you're talking about a 200% gain on put options in our very near future. If that CPI number comes in higher than expected, I'm looking to short Meta off of this resistance level because it is a huge resistance level. And if the overall market sells off due to a higher than expected inflation, I want to be short off of major resistance levels, and Microsoft will be one that I will attack. The other, it's sad to say it because we just made 140% long on Thursday. Well, that's the beauty of being an active trader. It's Alphabet. And just like Microsoft, Alphabet is at a massive level of resistance that also has an unfilled gap. If you take a look at Alphabet, Google, right now, let me show you the unfilled gap. Okay, you see here that in September, you had this big gap down, which created this open gap that has not yet been filled. Okay, we have not been filled. So that, just like Microsoft, is an unfilled open gap. Now, as I move on, the gap entry point, that's your gap entry. This high today is the gap entry. This day's close would be the gap close or the gap fill. So I have that resistance at the gap entry. Now let's pan things over, pan things over, pan things over. Let's keep going. Oh, what do we have here? Well, that is a 1 top, 2 top, 3 top, 4. No, I'm only kidding. 1 top, 2 top is what? My TG members, what is this? 1 top, 2 top. What is this, my TTG members? Sound it off in chat if you know what pattern this is. This, my friends, is a vicious double top. Vicious double top. How do I know it's vicious? Look at the sell-off. Look how aggressive the sell-off was to the downside after the double top. And guess what? It's still resistance. That's the high of the day from Thursday. We got flat this trade at 109 because of this level. So let me actually show you what happened on Thursday. If you guys caught our live stream Thursday, then you already know about this trade. But we got long. I'll show you. We got long Google right there. Okay, right here was where we got long Google on Thursday morning. It was all over the watch list. We had a double bottom and we got flat. I sold the very last piece of my position right there at 109.01. 109.01 was the final take profit. Okay, why did I take profit at 109.01? Well, because I see this resistance level on the daily chart. James, welcome. James, welcome, guys. Now we're down to 11 of those laptops. Hurry up and claim yours. You'll know you're getting one as long as you see one. All right, it's free. You don't have to enter your address. You're gonna get a welcome email when you join us. So watch for the welcome email. There's gonna be instructions in the welcome email how to claim that free laptop. So pay attention to it. All right. So with this now Alphabet trade or this Google trade, it's very similar to Microsoft. If you get a little more upside to fill this gap, you get up and fill this gap for Google and you get to like 111 or 112, guys, I am going to short this thing. You look for the push up into this level, just like we talked about with Microsoft. And if that inflation data comes in hot, you bet your ass I'm shorting this thing. Oh man, I'm shorting this thing. I'm shorting this thing back to the 200-day moving average. We just took 140% gain on Thursday. Give me another one next Thursday, this Thursday. Can we hit another triple-digit gain on the 1 week anniversary of the 140% gain we hit last week? If inflation comes in hot, I think we can. These are major resistance levels that if the market moves to the downside, I want to be short in front of these levels. But again, This is if CPI comes in hot. Guys, I don't know what the CPI number is going to be. I'm not a fortune teller. I can't transport into the future and then check out what happens Thursday and then come back here today and tell you what the number is. I don't like guessing. I like making money. And rather than try to predict what this data is going to be, I'm going to react to what the data is. And how you react to what the data is requires game planning. It requires me going through these charts and telling you, if this happens, look too short here. If that happens, look too long here. And that's how we make money. And that's what we're all here for. That's why you're on this live stream, to try to find tips or education or lessons to help you make money. This is how we do it. Stuart, welcome. 10 spots are now left for Stuart. Stuart just joined, so that means now there's 10 spots left. These are going to start to go. Go to ttgoffer.com now. You have questions, text us, 786-505-4049. Also, if you're a trial member, previous trial or previous annual member, you have to text us. You don't have a choice. We have to whitelist your email address so you guys can get the 1027 price point. All right? So that's going to be Google. That's what I'm looking for there. And last but not least, this is a little bit more. This is going to be probably the most advanced setup that we're going to look for. It's going to be Roblox. There are multiple things that I see here with Roblox. Okay? Roblox is the definition of a neutral pattern that I'm looking at. And I'm going to show you right now a bearish setup on Roblox and a bullish setup on Roblox. I'll show you the bullish setup first. Now, this will be something we'll look for if the CPI data comes in light and the market rips. If the market rips, I'll give you that scenario first. I don't think that's the way I'm going to trade this stock, but I'm not blind to it. I want to stay neutral. We got to welcome Fred. Guys, now we're down to 9. 9 laptops remain. Now we're under 10. We started with 25. Hurry up and claim yours now before it's too late. Go to ttgoffer.com. As long as you see the laptop in the checkout cart, that's how you know you're getting one. It's right there. See that laptop icon? If you see that, you're getting one. If you don't, that means you sold out. But if it's not midnight yet, you still can get the 53% discount. After midnight, that price jumps. So let me show you the bullish scenario first. Now, even the untrained eye can see this resistance level on Roblox. Right? You guys see that resistance on Roblox. But what an untrained eye may not see is an inverse head and shoulders. Left shoulder, right shoulder, head. Allison, welcome. 8 left. Allison, welcome. 8 left. 8 spots now remain. Everybody welcome Allison to the group. 8 spots now remain. Hurry up and get yours. Inverse head and shoulders with a neckline at 47. Inverse head and shoulders, neckline at 47. If the market rips based on lighter than expected CPI and Roblox gets above 47, you have a runway. You would then look for 47, which used to be resistance. You'd look for that to become support. So if you get a scenario, let's say, where on Wednesday, CPI comes out, Roblox pushes to 48, and from 48, it pulls back to 47, I'm going to be buying 47. I'm going to be buying 47, and we'll look for 49, 50, etc. Sergio, welcome. 7 left. Everybody welcome Sergio. 7 left. And the levels that we're going to look for here are going to be 48.50. Little resistance here. It's a little bit of a gap. You have low of the day versus high of the day from, what are these dates? August 15th, low of the day, and August 16th, high of the day. So a little bit of a level there. But essentially, folks, you're talking about a move that takes you into the low 50s, and that's that pivot resistance from early August. So if Roblox gets through 47, watch for 47 support, minimum move to 48.5, maximum move to 52. And that can give us a beautiful move to the upside for call options or long the equity itself. That's the bullish setup for Roblox. The bearish setup for Roblox, let's draw that resistance level back. What else do you see? I'll show you what I see. A very clearly defined uptrend from the December low. Now, I just drew for you one of the cleanest uptrend lines that you will ever see. Okay, this is one of the cleanest uptrend lines that you will ever see. If the CPI data comes in higher than expected, and we, let's say, double top up there again at 47 and drop back under 47, you watch for that downtrend line to crack. And if that, this uptrend line to crack. If that uptrend line cracks, you look for a day consolidation pause and a rollover that looks like this. Okay? So if the market sells off after inflation, watch for 47 rejection, a break of the uptrend line, because a break of the uptrend line should take you right to, I'd say, $41. Okay, right to $41. Now, where am I getting the $41 level from? It will be this blue line, the dark blue line. That's the 50-day moving average. And you can also see this previous little double bottom support that you had here, right? You see that little support there in like the middle of March? And then the 50-day moving average, that, my friends, becomes a gorgeous target for a short setup on Roblox if this uptrend line breaks. Okay? There you have it. And that's it, folks. That's it. There's the 5 stocks I'm focusing on this week. That's the setups that I have in mind. That's what I'm looking at. I think the SPY is going to be a little neutral. I mean, look at the futures. We're flat. We are neutral right now. We'll see what happens tomorrow and Tuesday as far as the market being a little quieter, maybe being a little bit more neutral, because then you have major catalysts coming up. The inflation data, and then you have the start of bank earnings on Friday. I believe JP Morgan kicks things off on Friday. So you have a lot going on. So things might be quieter Monday, Tuesday, and then all hell could break loose Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Get your butts inside of chat on the mobile app. Stop trading in this environment on your own. You don't have to. Let a group of professional traders guide you in this environment and join a community of thousands of traders from over 100 different countries that genuinely give a damn whether or not you guys succeed or fail. We say welcome to the family for a reason at True Trading Group. Go to teachtheoffer.com and grab one of these laptops for you guys. There's only 7 left. I had 25 when I started this live stream. Now, this concludes the educational aspect of this live stream. Okay? This concludes the educational part of the live stream. I'm done with the analysis. So if you're not interested in the membership at all, you can sign off the live stream. I don't want to waste your time. But make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, turn on your notifications. At least you want to make sure you never miss these live streams, because I do this for you guys 6 days a week. But for those of you that are interested in the membership, let me actually show you what the platform looks like, the tools, the courses. This way you at least can see what that $1,027 membership fee for the entire year gets you, because again, it's all inclusive. You don't pay extra for courses. You don't pay extra for the tools. The courses and the tools are all included when you join our platform. Now, we have extra stuff you can pay for. Like we have in-person meetups, we have trader paloozas, we have additional individual mentorship that you can pay for extra stuff. But all of our courses and all of the tools are included for the 1027 for the whole year. All right. Let me show you what the platform actually looks like. You're going to get our chat room, obviously, where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the mic, calling out trades. We share our screens with you. You see what we see. We talk to you on the mic from pre-market all the way through to the close. We're not gone after an hour or two and you'll have to fend for yourself. We're with you guys, the entire trading day. And then you have the mobile app. So if you can't be in front of your computer, don't worry about it. As long as you have your cell phone, we got you covered. See the screen share, listen to the audio, and get real-time push notifications when mods enter and exit trades. That's how you're able to follow along with what we're doing inside of chat, even if you guys are busy and you're working full-time jobs. You get 2 study groups with our mods to really speed up your learning curve. Make sure you get started on the right foot. Don't forget, those joining today will get your trader identity onboarding interview to make sure you guys get started off focusing on a trading strategy that's going to be best for you. And trading strategy and style is really determined by 2 main factors. How much time do you have in front of a computer, if any at all, and your personality traits. Those 2 things typically determine what type of trader you're going to be. We'll help you figure that out. You're going to get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed, which is $1,000 on its own if you go to Benzinga directly. It is included when you pay the 1027. You also get congressional trading data, so you can track the trades being made by members of Congress. You get TradingView's premium charting software. You get the Trade Ideas scanner. The Trade Ideas scanner is the industry standard scanner. And make sure that you're always focused on the hottest stocks during the day. It streams on our platform. You guys get to use it. So you guys are always focusing in where, the best places of where the action is. You're going to get a simulator from ETNA, lets you trade stocks, options, crypto, and futures with fake money, but real-time data. This is about $900 a year if you go to ETNA directly. It's included when you join True Trading Group. You get our own proprietary scanner that lets you create your own custom scans, similar to FinViz Elite, for those of you that are familiar with that scanner. You get dark pool data, unusual options activity, and options flow. That data would cost you hundreds of dollars a year if you went to pay for it on your own. It's included on our platform. You get a trading journal that tracks your trades and breaks it down for the numbers and statistics for you so you can see what you're doing wrong. A social sentiment scanner tells you which stocks are being talked about most on social media. Analyst ratings on any stock, so you'll know how many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating. You get a watch list every day from the moderators, tells you what stocks we're focusing on with a detailed game plan on how we plan on trading them, so you know exactly where we are focusing our attention. And then you get all the courses. The courses are a simplified but expanded upon version of the 3-month educational training that I received when I worked at the fund in New York. There's beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, and futures. It's all included. There's no VIP courses that cost more money. We don't play games like that. You join True Trading Group, you get True Trading Group. You don't get half of True Trading Group. Then on top of that, you get a video library that's got like 600 hours of workshops and webinars of the mods covering different topics. And then we actually, we record all these sessions, and you can actually attend the workshops, though, live once you become a full-time member. Guys, it's time you invested in something real, something that can actually help you reach your goals. If you don't change anything, your results are not going to change. If you're not happy with the results that you've gotten, you need to do something different. Scouring the boards of Reddit, if that has not worked for you, if that has left you holding endless amounts of bags, it's time you start doing something different. Now, I can't guarantee you're going to be successful just because you joined True Trading Group. But what I could guarantee is if you go through the courses, pass the quizzes, and attend a study group, and are unable to make back the $1,027 membership fee at least once during your membership, then at the end of your membership, I will give you back double, $2,054. And you can keep the laptop. That is what I can guarantee, because 78% of our members have renewed their membership or become a lifetime member of True Trading Group. Why do you think that is? Do you think 78% of our members would do that if they were all losing money? We also have only had to refund 2.51% of members since 2016. If our refund rate was 20% or 15%, and everybody was complaining, I wouldn't be able to offer you double your money back. True Trading would go out of business. I'd have to explain to our 30 employees why I can't pay them anymore. So take advantage of it here, folks. We're 5-star rated on Trustpilot. Over 2,000 reviews. Go read them. Go read what other members have to say. Don't take my word for it. All right. Folks, again, there's 7 laptops left. Go to ttgoffer.com. Tonight's the last night for the 53% discount. The price goes up after midnight. As long as you see a laptop, that's how you know you're getting one. There's 7 left. If you are a previous trial, or previous member, you must text us 786-505-4049. HSQY says $1,000 for how long? After the $1,027 price point is good until midnight tonight. After midnight tonight, price goes up. And again, if you're a previous member, you have to text us. We have to whitelist your email. The phone number's at the bottom of your screen. Folks, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. Hope you really enjoyed the commentary with Steve Leisman. Again, Steve, thank you so much for spending time with us. Guys, if you want to show your appreciation for Steve coming on here, again, we've got the link to Riverkeeper charity. If you guys want to make a donation, you guys can click on that link and just, show your appreciation and honestly donate to a fantastic cause. And anyone that's in the New York area, don't forget, you've got a free show to attend in Central Park, which is going to be just a hell of a lot of fun, right? So for those of you that are in the area and would love and enjoy some good music, make sure you go attend, check out Steve and his crew, and show some love and show some support. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed your long holiday weekend, but it's time to get back to work. It's time to make some money. I'll see you guys all in chat. If you guys haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, turn on your notifications. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Have a great evening.